Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, I've noticed I've had about, it's been close to about 10,000, if not more, people start following me on Instagram over the past month and a half. And so, when I get new people to come into my audience, I've noticed that a lot of people are asking me, man, what do I need to do to lose belly fat, man? What do I need to do to lose these love handles? What do I need to do to get rid of this lower back fat, man? What's the step by step? And so today, I'm going to give that to you, all right? I'm going to give you step by step how you lose stubborn belly fat and keep it off for good, all right? And just know most times when you need to lose belly fat, that belly fat weighs something. Some of y'all, you like, man, I just want to lose this stomach, but I want to keep my size. That stomach weighs something. Some of y'all, that stomach weighs 20 pounds. For some of y'all, it's 50. Others, it's 100. And so do know that belly fat that you got, it weighs, all right? And so if you need to drop 30, 50, 100 pounds, I'm about to show you how to do it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Step number 1, you have to shift from just being mindful around what you eat to eating in a way that, in other words, you're building a healthy relationship with food, okay? That's what you have to do. Let me show you what things look like when people are just being mindful. Because I used to be this person. I used to be, man, shit, I'm just going to eat me some turkey burgers and broccoli so I can get ripped up. and I'm going to eat me some sweet potatoes. And after a couple of weeks, I'm looking in the bathroom mirror every day. And I'm like, man, my shirt off. I'm like, man, why my abs ain't getting more ripped up like I thought I was going to get more ripped up? I wasn't seeing more definition, which means I wasn't dropping as much body fat as I wanted to drop, as fast as I wanted to drop it. That's when I realized just eating healthy, just being mindful around what we're eating, that's not enough. It's not enough, guys. And so if you're thinking to yourself, man, well, I done switched up my diet, I done cut out the sugar, I done cut out the sodas, man, why am I not losing no weight? Now, depending on how heavy you are, because if you're 280 plus, 300 plus pounds, you just being more mindful with what you're eating, it's possible you might drop some weight. Because before what you were eating, probably a whole lot of junk food, probably a whole lot of sugar, way too many calories. But just being mindful, you're going to start dropping the amount of calories you're eating because you're just being more mindful with the foods you're eating without even tracking how much you're eating, okay? Stick with me. And so this is why so many people struggle to lose belly fat and keep it off. This is by far one of the most important parts. Stick around for number 3, but this is definitely just as important, okay? All 3 are equally as important. But nutrition, if you're just eating healthy and you're wondering why you're not losing stomach fat, you're wondering why you're not losing the man boobs, the love handles, the back fat, this is why, okay? You have to build a healthy relationship with food, meaning you can't just eat quality food. You have to understand the quantity of food you need to eat to drop body fat. And so if you're supposed to be eating, for example, 1,600 calories a day to drop body fat, to lose the belly fat, but you're eating 2,500 calories worth of healthy food, your ass ain't losing no weight. You're not gonna lose weight, okay? This is science. This is not theory. If you overeat on healthy food, you will gain weight. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen somebody nowadays who's a vegan or a vegetarian, but they ass overweight. They obese. And you be thinking, how in the hell is that possible? How can they be eating all this healthy food and they overweight? They're overeating on healthy food. They don't know. And so you have to eat the right amount of food, whether you're eating healthy all the time or not. All right, which you don't have to sell your soul to the chicken and broccoli diet. You can use what I call the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you're eating healthy and clean. The other 20% of the time, eat your favorite foods, man. Like I do it. And I still got abs at 34 years old. All right, I'm not out here living like a bodybuilder, training 2 hours a day inside the gym. I'm not doing that, guys. I work out 30, 45 minutes. That's it. That's all I do, man. And the reason I'm able to do this at age 34, because you don't have as much room for error once you get into your 30s as you did when you was a teenager. I'm prioritizing my nutrition. All right, and so that way it's easier for me to lose body fat. It's easy for me to stay lean and cut up versus living in the gym 2-3 hours a day. All right, so that's the first thing. Shift from mindful eating to building a healthy relationship with food. All the before and after transformations and success stories y'all done heard, y'all seen on my social media, or you've heard on the podcast. Guys, these folks are not working out every single day of the week. These folks are working out 3-4 days a week, like minimum. This is what they're doing. All right, 3 to 4 days a week. That's it. Okay, and I didn't mean to say minimum, but y'all get what I'm saying. 3 to 4 days a week. The nutrition is what's allowing them to drop that body fat. All right, to where they're able to drop 25, 30, 35 pounds in 3 months. Okay, or 50 pounds to 60 pounds in 6 months. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing, you got to stop working out and you have to start training. Okay, guys, I see a lot of folks when I go to the gym, they're just like meandering their way throughout the gym. They just, maybe I need to do a little bit of bench press. Maybe I need to do some abs now. Let me do some crunches. Well, let me go get on the treadmill now. Well, I heard Jay talk about the Stairmaster. Maybe I need to do Stairmaster. Maybe I need to do some bicep curl. My arm looking real flabby. Let me do some bicep curls and triceps. There's no game plan. When you just work out, this is how you find yourself looking weak and skinny fat. You don't see yourself getting stronger. You don't see your body toning up. Like, who in the hell want to go to the gym for weeks or months and not seeing the tone and definition that you really want to see on your chest, your arms, your abs, your legs? This is why this is what happens when you're just working out, because there's no structure to what you're doing. And I'd even go even further. I just did an interview with one of our coaching clients named Brandon. Shouts out to Brandon. Shouts out to the Lions Den. Brandon's down over 25 pounds. And when we were doing his interview, his success interview, he was talking about how beforehand, when he was working out on his own, he was like, man, now that I think about it, it's way more stressful when you don't have a plan. Because you don't know if what you're doing is right or wrong. You don't know if you're wasting your time. You don't know if you go injure yourself or not. And that was one of my big things when I was even when I was in college, like my first couple of years in college, I was working out, but I was like, am I wasting my time? Am I pushing myself hard enough? Am I not pushing myself enough? Am I overtraining? Y'all hear the words overtraining, right? I didn't know. And so there was a bit of stress there. But we removed that stress. We removed the doubt. We removed the uncertainty. We removed the lack of results by going from working out to training. What does training look like? Training looks like knowing exactly what days you're going to work out and knowing how many days you're going to work out and hit the gym. Knowing what exercises you are going to do when you go to the gym, and you're not hoping and guessing and just manufacturing some things once you get there. It's, okay, I'm gonna do these exercises, but I'm gonna do this many reps. I'm gonna do this many sets, this much rest time, this type of cardio. When you have it step by step like this, guys, that's a game plan, okay? That's when you're training, because now you're able to move with purpose. A lot of folks be like, I don't have the time to work out. I don't know, I just don't have the time to work out. I'm so inconsistent. That happens because your ass don't have no plan that you can sustain. But imagine if you had a plan. You knew exactly what to do when you hit the gym. You had a plan, a training routine when you hit the gym that supports your work schedule on what days you can go to the gym, how much time you can spend in the gym. That's training. When you have that, that's how you get faster results. That's how you even spend less time in the gym. Because you can have two people. You got one person winging it, meandering their way through the gym. Then you have somebody who has a plan. They go into the gym moving with purpose. They executing. That second person, they go get in and out the gym way faster, and they're going to get way better results. And the first person, they get what I call an empty victory. What's an empty victory, coach? What the hell is that? That means You got your little sweaty in. You feel a little pump. You kissing your arm. Woo! Feel good. I did something today. I'm proud of me. But you walk out the gym, but you ain't getting no results. You step on the scale, the weight ain't going down. You look in the bathroom mirror, your body don't look no different. Your clothes ain't fitting the way you want them to. That's what I call an empty victory. You felt good because you worked out. But then you like, shit, I ain't getting no results. Then on top of that, your family and your friends, they don't see your ass getting no results. They're like, shit, you've been working out for a couple of weeks now. You've been working out for a couple of months. When the results gonna happen? When we gonna start seeing the fruits of your labor? That's what happens when you just work out. This is why you want a training plan. And, when I did the interview with Brandon, he was like, man, a lot of people in my family and, even people at work, they be like, man, we see the changes, man. You looking good, man. You dropping some weight, man. That's what starts to happen when you train and not just work out. All right, people notice. It's undisputed evidence, undisputed results. They can see you doing something right. That's what you want. That's what happens when you start training. All right, so that's the second thing. Stop working out, start training. Third thing, guys, you have to stay away from negative folks. And sometimes negative folks can be yourself. It can be you, because your ass super negative. But along the journey, what I've realized in fitness and business and just in life in general, you have to continue to self-improve. You have to continue to evolve for the better. And evolving for the better means, how do you communicate with yourself on a daily basis? If you're in a rut, if you're not motivated, how are you talking to yourself? Are you saying, man, I'll get to the gym next week. I'll start back up next month. Man, it's way too busy. Oh, man, I'm sore today. I'm definitely not hitting the gym the rest of this week. Is that your mindset? Is that negative? Or are you going to switch from negative to positive? You're developing yourself. You're strengthening your character. Man, I'm sore, but man, I got to hit it, man. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my family, man. I want to bring the best version of myself for my family. I want to be a better role model for my kids and my wife and the people who I love and care about. So I do it anyway. You're strengthening your character. You understand how to empower yourself. Because it's cool. It's important to have a coach or a mentor to hold you accountable and help you along your journey. But at some point, you got to understand how to empower yourself. How do y'all think I do it? Think about that. What the hell, coach? Coach, he might be half human, half cyborg, but he got to be motivated. He can't be motivated every damn day. He can't be disciplined every day. How do you do this? Well, I have a routine. I have a self-improvement routine on a daily basis. I spend, probably 30 minutes to an hour plus a day throughout the day. Not just one time and during the day, but throughout the day. Because we're humans, guys. Our mood, it goes up and down. You wake up, sometimes I wake up in a rut. Sometimes I wake up with a lot more energy. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, shit, man, I don't feel like hitting the gym. Some days I wake up and I'm like, man, I gotta hit the gym, right? But either way, I have a routine that gets me in that mode to want to get it done. Meaning, whether it's a YouTube video I might listen to, I might listen to some Grant Cardone, I might listen to a podcast, or I might listen to, what's old boy name, Andy Frisella, I might listen to David Goggins. Whoever it is, you got to figure out who your people are that charge you up, that make you feel more motivated and inspired. For some people, it might be listening to a preacher. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes listen to Dr. Miles Monroe, the late Dr. Miles Monroe. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out who's going to be your arsenal that you go to get that charge, to get that, it's time to go get it. Might be Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. Might be Jay Jackson, the nutrition, fitness, mindset coach. Whoever it is. This you got to build your life in a way that supports you. So, I hate how the world has demonized people for not doing it in the way that the other person is doing it. Like, just because your ass, you vegan, you demonize the people who eat meat. Don't do that. That's your lane. You want to do vegan? Cool. Do that. Take your little snowflake ass over there. Over here, we go eat meat. We go eat fish. We go eat chicken. We go eat steak. Whatever it is. Don't demonize me though. All right? And so it's cool to do it in a way that supports your life. You want to work out 3-4 days a week? Cool. If that bodybuilder trainer down on social media or YouTube saying they work out every day of the week, 3-4 hours a day, let their head do that. Let them stay in the gym for as long as they want to be in there. Us, we ain't doing that. We got family. We want to get to the bag. We building businesses. We growing in our careers and things like that. Do it in a way that supports you, right, and your goals, and the way you want your lifestyle to look. So continue to self-improve, right? Get stronger mentally, physically, emotionally, more emotional resilience. Guys, I have coaching clients at times. One guy who stands out, Kataka. Shouts out to Kataka. He's down over 50 plus pounds now, and works in law enforcement. And he noticed that his weight was getting up there. He didn't want his weight to get out of control, his health to get out of control, with him being in his early 50s. And he was like, man, I gotta make a change. He was like, I gotta do something different. And so, he jumped inside the coaching program. First 12 weeks, he dropped like 20 pounds. All we did was focus on his nutrition, building a healthy relationship with food, right? And some weeks after that, some weeks he would drop weight, some weeks he would be at a standstill. He didn't see the weight come out. You know what I'm saying? Because we do weekly check-ins. I could see what's happening. And I was like, listen, you're doing all the right things. Keep running the play. He built emotional resilience. He built that mental toughness aspect. He didn't quit. See, a lot of folks, when they don't see that weight drop in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they quit. It's frustrating. They be like, man, I'm tired of this. And you go back to your old habits and gain the weight back, if more. And now you got to start all over again at some point when you feel triggered because your clothes don't fit. And so, or you go to the doctor and they say, hey, you got to get on this type 2 diabetic medication or it's high blood pressure meds, right? But my whole point is he developed more mental toughness, more emotional resilience, because I understand it's very frustrating if you're putting in the time and effort and you're not getting results. Guys, I'm human. Even I'll be frustrated and pissed off if I'm not seeing results after putting in weeks, if not months, of trying to get results. Come on now. I know you, and it can be exhausting, especially if you're 30, 50, 100 plus pounds overweight, trying to get down weight off. That's exhausting. So who in the hell want to keep going through that? Not me. So you got to develop some emotional resilience to stay in the game. Because what happens when you quit and stop or be extremely inconsistent, you keep reliving the same problems over and over and over again. Might be a couple of weeks, might be a couple of months, or every year. That's exhausting, man. It's stressful. And so we changed that by improving you. We look at these characters on TV and movies where we admire them and we're like, oh man, I'm just so inspired. Why are we inspired? Because they didn't quit. They kept going. We empathize. We're like, man, it was tough, man. The family died. Oh man, they kept going. Oh man, I like this movie. This movie make me feel so good when I watch this movie. You know what I'm saying? Because we see that person overcome those adversities and they keep going to get to the other side of where they want to be at. You got to do that for yourself. You got to do that for your family and the people you love and care about. That's part of building your character. That's part of self-improving, okay? And then along with self-improvement is being in a community that encourages and supports that growth. Because, I'm sorry to break it to you guys, as you get better, as you make more money, as you lose more weight, there's going to be people who hate on you, man. There's going to be some folks who envy your success. That's just part of the game. Because you're putting up a mirror. These people knew you before you changed. And they had the opportunity to do it too. They had the opportunity. But maybe they was like, that little thing don't work no more. It don't work. I done tried to lose weight most of the time. It didn't work. But then here you come and you down 30 pounds. They stop calling. Hey, I've been busy. I know we haven't spoken about, but they envy. They see you winning. You're like, damn, I tried it and I couldn't do it. Some folks go shame you. Oh, you doing that little workout thing? You doing that little meal plan? You go have that. That's why it's important to have a community. This is why I have what I call the Lion's Den inside my coaching program. That way, we don't give a fuck about nobody else on the outside. We got our own little community. We can encourage each other. We celebrate each other. Oh, you down 25 pounds, brother? Yeah, let go, baby, let go. Oh, and you down 80 pounds? Oh, yeah, let's go, and let's go. Oh, Darrell, you down over 50? Oh, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. We celebrate each other. That's what we do. That's what community is for. All right? And then when you have a coach to instill these types of character traits into you, because everybody didn't grow up like Jay to where I had to develop discipline and consistency and mental toughness. So I show you how to build it because I'm a coach. I'm teaching you the things that I had to learn at a young age, and now I'm showing you how to develop those same character traits so that way you can get the results and keep them, even when life gets tough. All right? And so that's the third thing. Last thing, number 4, last step. You have to build and follow something that is sustainable, guys. I see too many people jumping from workout plan to workout plan, diet plan to diet plan, supplement to supplement. Or maybe I need to do this detox. Maybe I need to do this apple cider and vinegar diet. Maybe I need to take these little fat burner gummy bears. And you jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, and you like, damn, I done spent a whole lot of money, but I sure still got this big old ass stomach. I still got these love handles. I still got these mantis. Man, I still don't want to take my shirt off at the beach at the pool. Because you jumping from thing to thing to thing. Instead of just saying to yourself, man, what can I sustain? What can I do that I can just get the results and keep the results? That is what you call a sustainable plan, which means you have to have habits. You have to develop habits and routines that you can realistically sustain. You can't do Keisha 5-pound dumbbell workout because your ass might want to go to the gym. Or you might not be able to do that, the in-home gym workout that, John doing because he got a full at-home gym, but all your ass got is a yoga mat and some resistance bands. That means you got to take your ass to the gym. Unless you plan on building and spending, $3, $4, $5, $6,000 on a full at-home gym. you just don't have it all. Or, you see the guys at the gym who work out 7 days a week, but your time and your schedule and your career only allows for you to work out 3 or 4. Maybe you got kids. I have a coaching client named Jose. Jose, 4 kids, got a wife, running the real estate and the trucking business, extremely busy. A lot of people be like, I don't have no time to work. I just don't have the time. Dude, this guy got 4 kids, a wife, and running 2 businesses, and he still finds the time to hit the gym. It's just that it's not a priority to you if you're saying you don't have time. If it was a priority to you, you will make a way. This is just what happens. I'm not guessing on this. This is what happens. Imagine if you had a kid that you love your kid, right? Hopefully y'all love y'all kids. And you're like, man, I ain't making it enough, but man, they got this field trip coming up. I want my baby to be able to enjoy the field trip and go versus having to just see the little kids come back and be like, yeah, we had fun, we did this, and this, and your kid's sad. What you go do? You go find a way to make more money. You go find a way because you want your kids to enjoy going on a field trip with the rest of the kids. You can use that same principle in fitness. You find if it's important to you enough, you will find a way. You can look on your phone and see, phone, how much time am I spending on you? Like these smartphones, they ain't dumb no more. If your ass still got a BlackBerry, I don't know if you need to follow my ass. You got a damn BlackBerry. If you still got a little Nokia phone with a little light on top, I don't know about your ass. I want to help the smartphone people. Smartphones. We ain't doing dumb phones over here. Because when you got a smartphone, it will tell you, Jay, you spending 4 hours a day on the phone. John, you spending 6 hours a day on the phone. You saying that you don't have 45 minutes to spend in the gym? Look at how much time you spend on your phone. Some of y'all, you just be swiping, doom scrolling on social media. 5-6 hours throughout the whole day, just scrolling. When you could take one of those hours, go to the gym. You could be done drove to the gym, hit the gym, drove back from the gym to home, still got time to scroll on social media. It's all about how you use your time. If it's important to you, you'll find a way. If it's not that important to you, you'll make an excuse. All right? I'm only here to help the folks who want to be helped. But if you make excuses, your excuses become your limitations in life. You make that bed, you got to sleep in it. All right? I'm only helping folks who want to have a better bed, a Tempur-Pedic, king size. Anyway, it has to be sustainable. And part of having a sustainable plan also is tracking your habits and routines. I see a lot of people, they start a sustainable routine, but they're not even aware of it. They're not aware of what they're doing and what allowed for them to get results because they're not tracking nothing. This is what happens. This is what causes you to lose 10 pounds and then you gain back 10 or 15 because you don't even know what allowed for you to lose the 10 pounds in the beginning. You don't even know how much food you were eating, how many calories, how much protein, how many days a week were you working out, what exercises were you doing. You don't know because you're not tracking. But if you track, hey, you know what? I was eating this salmon, I was eating this chicken, I was eating these eggs for the past 3 months, and I was hitting the gym 3 days a week, and damn, I dropped 25 pounds. Let me keep doing that. But if you're not tracking, you won't even know. And you wonder why the weight start coming back, because your habits have changed. Guys, where we are right now in our life is because of the habits that we've had leading up to this point. If you want to change where you are, you don't want things to get worse. Like, guys, I be on the phone with some of y'all on these game plan calls. Y'all be 30, 50, 100 plus pounds overweight, man. You just be living in trauma. You wonder why you tired? The damn weight is making you tired. Imagine carrying around a 30-pound book bag. I'm not even talking about a 100-pound book bag, but just imagine carrying around a 30-pound book bag every day. You're going to be exhausted. 50 pounds, even more tired. 100 pounds, your body aching. Knees, back, feet swole. You're starting to get edema. You're starting to get high blood pressure. Your heart is starting to have issues. You're having palpitations and you're having sleep apnea. It's the weight. You have normalized all this weight. And you see the problem showing up. You're like, what is the problem? What's happening? It's the weight. Okay? We solve this by identifying what habits and routines do I need to have on a daily and weekly basis to start losing this weight. And as I start to lose this weight, I say, self, if I want to keep losing this weight, and self, if I want to keep this weight off, I have to keep up these habits and routines. Self, if you don't keep doing these things, we're going back. We're going back. Like, guys, at one point I went broke. It was one of the worst periods of my life. I was like, man, I don't like it here. Can't spend money if I want to. I got to look at my bank account before I pump gas. I got to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and ramen noodles every day and honey buns every day because I was broke. I'm like, I never want to go back there. Can't date if I wanted to. I'm broke. I don't want to go back there. And so I got to keep these habits. I got to keep these routines. I got to keep posting content. I got to keep shooting podcasts. I got to stay in shape. I got to make sure I'm eating right so I got energy. Yeah, I'm going to keep these habits. I'm going to keep these routines because I want to keep getting better. I don't want to go back. We never going back. So you got to start saying that to yourself. We never going back. You got to make a decision. You got to draw a line in the sand. See, some of y'all, you too wishy-washy. You just trying shit, and I'm just going to try this out and try that out. We ain't doing that. You got to make a decision. Self, I am no longer willing to allow this to be the standard that I live by. You start raising your standards. I'm looking better than, I'm no longer willing to look like I'm pregnant, but I'm not pregnant. I'm no longer willing to live a life where I have man boobs and man titties. I don't want that no more. I got to raise my standards. And when you raise your standards, you start raising the habit. You start raising your standards of living, your habits and routines. Self, I'm going to the gym 3-4 days a week. I don't give a damn what. I don't care if I'm going and I'm tired. I'm going. Sometimes I'm going. I'm just going just to stay in the routine. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I go in there. Sometimes I'm going because now it's a habit. It's a routine. It's got to be that way. If you don't think that way, you go get results and lose them. Get them, lose them. It's gonna keep on happening, guys. Like who in the hell want to keep living like that? Who want to make money then go broke again? Make money, go broke again. Man, that is stressful as hell. Gain a whole lot of weight, lose a little bit. Gain more weight, lose a little bit. Exhausting, man. Stop living like that. Some of y'all, you got kids. You teaching your kids these habits. Like, guys, the only reason I felt like I could build a fitness coaching business and help thousands of people because I seen my dad. I seen him build a business. The only reason I felt like I could get ripped up and cut up and build muscle and have a nice looking body, see my dad do it. You got to be that positive role model for your kids. Otherwise, if they see you getting overweight, they see you having high blood pressure, they see you having type 2 diabetes, they see you being tired all the time, what make you think they're going to think anything different? They're going to be like, shit, well, it's okay. It's okay for me to be like this. They're not going to they're going to focus on just trying to survive life versus thrive in life. because they're looking at you. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be that positive role model, an example, especially if you want your kids to thrive in life and be successful, and not meander through life and try to make it work. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, set the standard. Set the standard for yourself first, and then everybody else, they follow in place. They follow in line. All right? Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button. Leave your boy 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.